We are entering a new global era. Everything is changing. The way professionals like you travel to the US is changing. The way immigration officials review applications is changing. And the way life-changing opportunities are accessed, that's changing too. Which means the way you approach your US residency must change as well. We are entering what I call the immigration intelligence revolution. Let me tell you something most people don't understand. Right now, as you're watching this video, there are two types of extraordinary talent in the world. Those who know the secret code to unlock US residency and those who keep hitting invisible walls, no matter how qualified they are. My name is Tolulope Michael, and I discovered this secret code the hard way. I was once that professional with impressive credentials who couldn't understand why my US visa applications kept getting rejected. I had the qualifications, I had the experience, I had the recommendations, but what I didn't have was the knowledge of how the system actually works. I spent over $35,000 on immigration attorneys who made big promises. 3 rejections later, I was still exactly where I started. Meanwhile, I watched other professionals, some with fewer achievements than me, announce their moves to America one after another. It was as if they knew something I didn't, and they did. After my 3rd rejection, I discovered an approach that completely transformed everything. An approach so powerful that it took me from rejection to approval in less than 6 months. And since then, I've used this same approach to help other exceptional professionals from Africa, Asia, and Europe secure their US residency without the endless frustration and wasted money. Now, let me be clear about something. The US immigration system isn't designed to attract the best talent. It is designed to filter out as many applicants as possible. That's why 72% of qualified applicants get rejected. Not because they are not extraordinary enough, but because they don't know how to present their achievement in the specific way that instantly communicates value to US CIS officers. Now, I'm going to share this exact approach with you today. And get this, it doesn't matter if you're a doctor, engineer, researcher, entrepreneur, or artist. Whatever, it doesn't matter if you faced rejection before. It doesn't even matter if you're just starting this journey. What matters is knowing the rules of the game people don't even know they're playing. In the next few minutes, I'm going to review the exact framework that has helped professionals from Lagos to London, from Mumbai to Moscow, transform their US residency applications. This is information most immigration attorneys won't tell you. Not because they don't know, but because they don't want to. And it could save you thousands of dollars and years of frustration. So pay close attention, because this video won't be available for long. I didn't always have this knowledge when I was back home. In fact, I learned it the hard way through rejection, wasted money, and countless sleepless nights. My story might sound familiar to you. A few years ago, I was going through the most frustrating period of my professional life. I had dreams, big dreams, to build a successful career and life in America, the land of opportunity, right? But every single step felt like walking through quicksand. I submitted application after application, only to face rejection after rejection. I spent over $35,000 on immigration attorneys who promised the world but delivered nothing. I stayed up night after night researching online, following every piece of advice, checking every box on my applications, and still nothing but rejections. Meanwhile, I kept seeing others, people with similar or even fewer qualifications than me, posting on LinkedIn about their new lives in America, their new jobs, their new homes. It was driving me crazy. How were they doing it when I couldn't? I started to wonder if maybe I just wasn't good enough. Maybe my dreams were simply too big. Maybe I should be content with what's working. That's when I started hearing whispers about this one particular immigration consultant. People in my professional circles kept mentioning his name. They would say things like, if you're serious about getting US residency, you need to talk to him. For the sake of this video, let's call him David. Apparently, this guy had a nearly perfect success rate with O1 visas and EB2 NIW visa categories. I had not even seriously considered because my previous attorneys told me they were too difficult to get. But these stories about David were different. I heard about a Nigerian doctor who got approved in 4 months after 2 years of rejections. An engineer from India who got his whole family approved in one shot. It seemed too good to be true, but I was desperate. So I scraped together $3,500, money I really couldn't afford to lose, and paid to attend one of his exclusive workshops. And what David revealed completely changed my understanding of the US immigration system. It showed us that 72% of qualified applicants get rejected, not because they are not extraordinary enough, but because they are presenting their accomplishment in the wrong way. He explained that USCIS officers have a specific checklist in their minds, and if your application does not tick those exact boxes in the exact way they are looking for, you're out. He revealed the exact frameworks that trigger approvals, frameworks that most immigration attorneys don't even know about. It was like someone finally turned on the light in a dark room. But here is where things got really interesting. At the end of the workshop, David offered a premium service where he and his team would personally guide a select few through the entire process from start to finish. The cost? $45,000. I knew this wasn't a fluke because I had seen people get results over and over again with this approach. But at the time, that was way more than I could afford. And I knew what I had learned was worth it at $3,500. So I took everything I learned, went home, and completely rebuilt my application from scratch using these new frameworks and principles. And guess what? Just 4 months later, I received my approval. No additional questions, no request for evidence, just a clean, straightforward approval. After years of struggle and tens of thousands of dollars wasted, I had finally cracked the code. But I knew I had only scratched the surface. I had implemented the basic principles, but there were layers of expertise and insider knowledge I had not fully tapped into. Still, I wasn't satisfied with just my own success. I needed to be certain this wasn't just luck. So I guided few of my friends through the exact same process, applying the same frameworks and principles I had learned, and they got approval even faster than I did. That's when I knew with absolute certainty that I had discovered something truly transformative, a new approach to the immigration process that worked consistently and predictably. Now, after settling in America, I was able to pursue a completely new career path in cybersecurity, something that wouldn't have been possible if I were still stuck in visa limbo. My income tripled within a couple of years, and I secured opportunities that simply don't exist in most other countries because there's a cap. And most importantly, I built a stable, prosperous future for my family. But I couldn't stop thinking about all the talented professionals still stuck in the same frustrating cycle I had escaped from. People wasting years of their lives and thousands of dollars on approaches that simply don't work. I knew that the knowledge I had gained was just too valuable to keep to myself. So I dedicated myself to mastering this process completely. I sought out former USCIS officers. I studied successful applications across different industries. And since I am now here in America, I developed relationships with immigration experts who had insider knowledge of how the system really works. And over time, I built something even more comprehensive and powerful than what David had taught me. A complete end-to-end system for securing US residency that works for virtually any qualified professional. Since then, I've helped a number of talented individuals secure their US residency using this system. Engineers, doctors, tech entrepreneurs, academics, scientists, artists, people just like you who deserve their shot at the American dream, but were being blocked by a system they didn't understand. Now, I want to share this same knowledge with you, and I'm going to start by giving you something David never offered me, an affordable entry point for just $47. I'm going to review the fundamental principles that transformed my approach to the immigration process. The same principles that would have saved me $35,000 and years of frustration if I had discovered them earlier. This isn't the complete system that would be impossible to deliver at this price point, but it is the first critical step that will completely change your understanding of what is possible. And for those who are truly committed to securing their US residency in the fastest, most efficient way possible, I will show you how you can access the complete system that has helped hundreds achieve their American dream. Yes, I'm a US citizen now, but I know I learned that the hard way. And now, I want to give you the option I never had to learn the basics at an accessible price point. and then decide if you want the full hands-on experience that virtually guarantees your success. Let me show you exactly what you will get in this program. There are specific options like the O1 and EB2 NIW that have no cap, no lottery, and can be extended indefinitely. Yet, most people don't even consider them, but I will show you how we maximize this at VeryPass. Most people focus on quantity over quality in their evidence. They submit pages upon pages of documentation, when what really matters is how that evidence is structured and presented. You will learn how to structure your document in a way that matters. Most people fail to align their achievement with US national interest. One of the most critical factors in getting approved. We've identified this problem and have solved it time and time again. Most people don't even understand how to craft recommendation letters that actually carry weight with USCIS officers. You will do it differently once you get your hands on this resource. You have seen what happened after I secured my residency. I was able to pursue a completely new career path in cybersecurity, something that wouldn't have been possible if I were still stuck in visa limbo. My income increased dramatically within the first few years. I gained access to opportunities that simply don't exist in most other countries. And most importantly, I secure a stable, prosperous future for my family. This isn't just about getting a visa stamp in your passport. This is about solidifying what you've already built for your entire future, your career, your finances, and your family's legacy. And today, I want to give you the foundational knowledge that will start you on this journey. With this knowledge, you would finally gain an edge over others. They are doing it all wrong because they are approaching the entire process wrong. They are focusing on the wrong visa categories. They are highlighting the wrong achievements, and they are using language that doesn't resonate with USCIS officers. And they are missing critical elements that could instantly transform their application from a rejection to an approval. I know because I made all these mistakes myself until I discovered a better way. And I want you to have this too. I want you to understand that visa applications are not just about having more credentials or achievements than everyone else. I want you to know exactly how to position the achievement you already have in a way that instantly communicates your value to USCIS. It's about understanding the hidden language that USCIS officers respond to. It's about knowing which visa category is truly right for your specific situation. It's about crafting your application with a strategic framework that has been proven to work time and time again. This is what I call the US Residency Fast Pass, your first credential step towards securing your approval in record time. Here, my team and I are going to show you everything I never had. And we'll do that by streamlining the complex system into 7 secrets you only need to know to get your US residency. You won't just be learning from me. Our director of legal, who previously worked with the USCIS for over 8 years, has helped to refine these strategies to ensure they are fully compliant while maximizing your chances of success. And our director of client operations, who has overseen more than 200 successful cases, will share the exact implementation process we use with our premium clients. So you are in good hands. This sounds expensive, and honestly, if I were to put a price tag on what the complete system is worth, giving you a clear path to US residency and all the life-changing opportunities that come with it, it will be in the tens of thousands. After all, what's the value of increasing your earning potential by 2 or 3 times, accessing the world's most dynamic job market, securing world-class education for your children, building wealth in a stable and growing economy, creating a legacy for generations to come? Most people spend $10,000 to $15,000 on immigration attorneys who can't even guarantee results. But I remember being in your position. I remember how it felt to not even have the basic knowledge I needed to get started properly. So I made a decision. I wanted to make the foundational principles accessible to every qualified professional who deserves their shot at building a life in America. That's why I'm not charging thousands of dollars for these critical 4 steps, not even hundreds. For a limited time, you can access the US Residency Fast Pass for just $47. That's less than what most people spend on their dinner and a movie. And it could be the first step toward the best investment you ever make in your future. Now, I know at this point you might be wondering why I would offer something so valuable for such a low price. The reason is simple. As someone who has reached the level of success you have, you understand the concept of exclusive access. You know that sometimes a small investment opens the door to extraordinary value. That's exactly what I'm offering you today. The opportunity to begin accessing knowledge that could completely transform your future for a fraction of what it's truly worth. What you will get when you invest in the US Residency Fast Pass today. Here is what you will get. The fundamental principles for positioning your achievement to get noticed by USCIS. This is valued at $997. An introduction to choosing the right visa category for your specific situation. This is valued at $497. The key element of powerful recommendation letters that carry weight with USCIS. This is valued at $397. Core strategies for aligning your achievement with US national interest. This is valued at $297. Insider insight from former USCIS officers on the most common application mistakes, valued at $497. That's over $2,600 in value for just $47. And the best part, you can access all of this instantly after your purchase. No waiting, no scheduling, just immediate access to the knowledge that could start transforming your approach to the visa process. It all starts with this critical first step. I understand you might still be skeptical. I was too when I was in your shoes. That's why I'm backing this with my 100% risk-free guarantee. If you don't feel like these foundational principles give you a clearer understanding of the visa process and what's possible for you, just let us know within 30 days and we will refund every penny. No questions asked, no hoops to jump through. I can offer this guarantee because I know these principles work. They've been the starting point for hundreds of successful applications, and I stand behind them completely. So now you are at a crossroad. You can continue on the path you've been on, spending thousands on applications and attorneys with no guarantee of success, or you can invest $47 in learning the fundamental principles that have helped hundreds of professionals begin their journey to the US residency approval. The choice is yours. But before you decide, let me ask you this. Where do you want to be 6 months from now? Still dreaming about your life in America, or taking concrete steps towards making it a reality? Because that's the real difference the US Residency Fast Pass makes. It's not just about information, it's about transformation. Look, I know this decision isn't easy. I've been exactly where you are, uncertain, frustrated, maybe even a little desperate. But I also know what's waiting for you when you begin to understand how the system really works. Freedom, opportunity, security, everything you've been working so hard for. So, if you're ready to stop wasting time and money on approaches that don't work, if you're ready to begin your journey to US residency with confidence, then click the button below and get instant access to the US Residency Fast Pass for just $47. This small investment today could be the first step towards completely transforming your tomorrow. But remember, this special price won't be available forever. Don't put your future on hold for another day. Click the button below now and let's get started on your path to US residency. I look forward to welcoming you inside and helping you take this critical first step.